Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is me, your boy Al, here over at One Man Indie, and I am back with yet another week completed of 7 new items gotten from 7 new prompts. And yeah, man, hey, I'm really am psyched that I actually was able to get this particular week done. This is the 3rd week of the whole challenge that I have for this month of July, which I call JulYtem. Welcome to it. It has definitely been a lot of fun. It's a lot of creativity, a lot of lateral thinking, and a lot of, I guess, yeah, just thinking outside the box to get these prompts to work, not only with my world of Kandris, but in a way that actually, makes sense and is logical. So I've had fun with it. I hope you guys have had fun with it. Like I said before, the challenge is open to everyone. I mean, even though this is the 3rd week in, we still have another maybe 10 days, maybe, I'm not sure, I forget how many, left in the month, and you still can use this time to come up with some great items. I would love to actually see them. But enough of me yapping, let's get down to what everybody is here for. I will see you in a little bit after I have described how this week has went. Okay, so this week started off with the word soft, and I literally was thinking about wool. I was like, no, we can't go back to that. We just literally just did that what was a couple days before this prompt came up. So no. Now, unfortunately, I thought I had recorded the footage of me making this image, but unfortunately I had not. So what you're looking at now is basically some footage from the day after that I just kind of threw in there to kind of fill in the gap. But for this idea of soft, I almost went with a few different things like jelly, but jelly isn't soft. It's kind of hard. It's solid. It's not really soft. And I kind of went with that. But the one thing that kept coming up in my mind was the words soft as a cloud or cloud soft. Maybe it's from all those old Charmin commercials, Downy commercials, and Snuggle commercials from back in the 80s. Because, I'm old, what can I say? And it just kept coming to mind. And as soon as I was thinking about clouds, one animal came to mind from a challenge that I had 5 months back. It was called January, and it was the Cloud-Hop Caribou. And if you have not seen what the Cloud-Hop Caribou is, well, I will leave a link for it. Should be up on the left-hand side here. January was a lot of fun too. And also, this was the day when I was also recording last week's JulYtem recap. So the time crunch was kind of strong. I wasn't really able to fully dig into the idea as much as I would like to because I was busy with other stuff. So this led me to using this. All right, so for this day, I got the prompt of ceiling. And ceiling kind of had me on stuck for a while. Okay, well, what kind of an item would be associated with a ceiling? Now, I was thinking about a chandelier or something like that, and I was like, a chandelier? That just seems kind of lazy. No. Well, maybe something that goes on the ceiling, like some kind of a decorative tile. Maybe some kind of a decorative tile that can provide a magical effect, maybe something that can be inscribed into by a Druuga runesmith. It conveys some kind of positive effect or something like that. But that's not really so much of an object as more of a decoration. Well, I mean, I guess a decoration is an object, but I just wasn't really feeling it for some reason. It just wasn't gelling right in my head. And then I remembered I've seen it. Spiders dangling from webs from the ceiling. So I thought, well, I mean, I guess they can make webs going down from the ceiling. Maybe they can make webs that go across it. Let's think about it. I can see something that actually covers a ceiling in web. And I'm like, okay, well, why would you want to cover a ceiling in web for? It doesn't really make much sense. And then I remembered the farsend, which was the very first item that I made for JulYtem a couple years back. In fact, that's what I use as the symbol for the challenge. And I said, okay, well, maybe this could be used as a way of preventing people from scrying into your business. it keeps you safe from farsend surveillance. I went with like the cone of silence from the show Get Smart, and it sounds cool. And I almost made an item that almost generated that. But with the farsend in my head and what you're probably seeing on the video right now, I came up with this item here. All right, so now with this one, this is another day that I thought I had recorded the footage for, but I guess for some reason or other, I guess I dropped the ball somehow. I'm not sure how I did, but I did. So again, you're just watching some random footage probably from the day following. The prompt for this day was the word twist. Twist. So you got twist. I get it. What can we use for twist? And at first, the only thing that kept coming to mind was that, I don't know how many of you guys watched Robot Chicken back in the day. It was the whole thing that they had with M. Night Shyamalan. They were like, what a twist. And well, that's not really gonna work. So I got to get that out of my head. So I kept thinking about it. Well, what could be twisted? We already did a spring. So the spring's already twisted. So we did that. I remembered, you know, my wife is doing some gardening, and I remembered she's growing squash and cucumbers and a few other things. I took a look at their roots or wherever like that their flowers are blooming, something like that. And I thought about it. It's okay, well, so we got that, but would I want to use a gourd or a squash or anything like that? What would I want to use that for? And then I was thinking about it like, well, when I looked at it, some of these cucumbers and squashes can be as long as a man's arm. And I thought, well, I mean, why not kind of use that as a way for like maybe fixing like broken bones and injuries and stuff like that? Like use it as a form of like, say, cushioning. Because sometimes when people have broken bones, like if you have like a compound fracture, they usually tell you to like put something that's relatively straight and rigid to hold the bone in place. But before they do that, they put like some kind of a cushion or something like that in many cases. I figured, okay, well, why not use that? Why not just make a type of gourd that when it's dried or when prepared in a certain way, provides a cushion for when bones get broken and things like that. This also has a special property to help accelerate the healing process. And it kind of maybe soothes the pain, helps with the healing. Then I was thinking, oh, okay, well, what would I call it? And that kind of had me there for a second. At first, I was going to call it Gilda's Gift, but I was like, nah. But that whole GG type of sound theming still stuck with me. So I ended up calling it this. Now this day was a very interesting day. Just follow me on this. The prompt that I got for the day was the word heavy, okay? So the first thing I was thinking about was, what is heavy? Well, I almost went with like weights, because I have like dumbbells and stuff like that. So I was thinking about that. Then I was gonna go with maybe armor or maybe even boots that are heavy, like, you know, ones that you would find in the water dungeon. I believe it's Majora's Mask, or no, I think it's Ocarina of Time. I believe it's Ocarina of Time, where, you know, Link uses those to walk along the bottom instead of just floating around and stuff like that. I almost went with something like that. And I almost kind of went with a trap that made a person heavy to kind of slow them down. Like those, you know, those old school chain weights. They have the heavy ball at the end of them. They put it on the person's leg. Maybe that's something, so maybe something to consider. But then I kind of went with heavy as in gravity. But Kandris is not really like Spelljammer, where you're kind of out in space and you're dealing with singularities and stuff like that. That seems a little bit more on the sci-fi side of the field. And I was like, maybe not. I thought about it in terms of like gravity. And I thought, well, you know, there's more than one way of giving weight to something. Words have weight to them. Oaths have weight to them. They have a type of gravity, a gravitas, which means that they're serious. These are words that people take seriously because they depend on them. And then, for some reason or another, the Yu-Gi-Oh card, Fortress Whale's Oath, came to mind. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that could work. And in that same theming, in that same kind of vein, I took the image that I had there and I came up with this name for this item right now. Okay, so I got the prompt of pencil for this one, and this one was relatively dead easy. It didn't really take a whole bunch of time. I have to give a big shout out to Past Me because I had come up with the concept of Anima Tools. If you do not know what an Anima Tool is, I have a link to 2 different videos that will fill you in, and also in the description. They're basically tools that are inhabited by the spirit and or consciousness of a living creature, more or less. And so with that in mind, when I came to this prompt, it was relatively easy, and now we have this. For today's prompt, we have slide. And automatically, I was thinking of skates, skis, snowboards, stuff like that. That was the first thing that came to mind. I don't know if I really want to make a Kandris derivative of earth sports, so no. Okay, well, how about a lubricant made from whale oil or something like that? I mean, we do have whales on Kandris, so why not use that? I mean, we could do that, but I don't know. And then I kept thinking about penguins and how they like slide on the ice on their bellies. So if they slide on their bellies to get around, why not? And the idea of armor kept coming to mind as well. What kind of an armor that somebody use to slide on? And then I combined those 2 ideas and I thought about the Druuga, the dwarves of my setting. And I thought about it, well, if we have armor that slides, that could probably work for them. Now I just have to come up with an actual group of Druuga that actually can use this particular item. The last prompt that we got for this week was the word bright. And when I saw it, I really wanted to maybe use something that didn't have to fit with the Druuga. They are very practical people, but I wanted to try to do something else. Maybe something that would work with the Alvarni and their culture. So I was thinking of maybe like shining leaves or leaves that sparkle, songs of light. Things would fit with, or more what people would understand of elves. And that wasn't, for some reason or other, wasn't really working. And thinking about elves for some reason or other maybe made me think about fairies. So, okay, well, we don't have fairies on Kandris, but we do have my version of them, which I call the Brytwing Flit. Get it? Brytwing Flit. And with that in mind, we have this. And there we have it. We have 7 new items from 7 different prompts and another week of, I gotta say, some of my most creative thinking that I've done in quite some time. I always enjoy when I have these kind of monthly challenges because it really helps me flex my creative muscle. It really helps to, number 1, fill in more concepts and more content for the world building project, which, works for videos and everything else like that. But it really helps to make my world more of an actual solid idea and a product that people can actually see. And I'm glad that I did this. I'm hoping that other people, even if they don't let me know, are actually using this opportunity to do things like that for themselves. I would like to see people using this challenge as a way to add items to their own stories, their own games, whatever they want to use them for. This is basically what the main thrust of the project was. So I'm hoping that people are actually able to do that. It would be great to see people coming up with stuff during this. We still have some time left. What day is this? 22nd. So we got 9 days left. So I'm hoping that people will still want to take this little bit of time we have left and, really pump out something great. Even if you only did just one thing, that's still something. That's one thing more that you had that you did not have beforehand. So if you're able to get into it and join JulYtem, please do. I would love to see what you have. If you did like this video and you would like to help out the channel, please, number 1, hit that thumb, subscribe, ring the bell, ring it again. Make sure you get all the notifications so the algorithm can bless your boy and my channel can continue to grow. And please, comment, comment, comment. Your comments help boost this up farther in the algorithm and goes a long way to getting this seen by others. I also have a Ko-fi page. If you would like to help out that way and join, I have memberships which give you access to a Discord server. You also get discounts on all the products that I have and that are going to be available on my page. The items included in this challenge are going to be there as well. I just got to write them up for you. Every dollar that you give does help keep the show going and keep it growing. Any kind, because the way corporate America is going is literally killing creativity, and we need more independent voices out there. So I hope this helps. This is going to be it for me. I hope I will see you guys again here on Friday for the creature feature. I have something pretty nice coming up for you. You guys take it easy. God willing, we will see each other again. Bye-bye.
If you enjoyed the content, please support this channel by liking, subscribing, and ringing the notification bell for more. Thank you.